Hello everyone, my name is Saburo Takashima. I'm a Chief Instructor of Aikido Sengekan in Tokyo. Today's video, I would like to move on to Nikajyo, the second control of Aikido. We finished the Nikajyo series last time. And the Nikajyo is a technique where you basically bring your partner down to the ground by applying the sword cutting motion to his wrist joints. Afterwards controlling him in Nikajyo, make him laying facing down. Okay, techniques such as Nikajyo, make uke arm into a V shape and using a sword cutting motion to bring him down to the ground and take him down in Nikajyo to the ground. That is the idea of Nikajyo techniques. In the Nikajyo series, I have explained the Nikajyo is a technique that has been used by police force or either the professional as a most effective technique from what I have heard from these officers. But I personally think that Nikajyo is also a very practical techniques, applications. So. I want you to see as for example, when in a situation where someone's grabbing you here, as you pivot, you basically guide him into this V shape and take him down right away. Grab from the back or even from the front, you basically turn around. Or even someone's grabbing this one, you still, you can, do a variation because of position. Or if someone's grabbing, you can lead his hands. Of course, Nikajyo is very easy, but even from Nikajyo, you basically bring him to Nikajyo very easily and take him down. Okay? Or someone's attacking, to take him down from here. You can also, bring his arm into Nikajyo position, either using his shoulder or even this one, and then attacks and take him down. So it's a very effective, very unique technique in Aikido, in a sense that you basically can apply a technique face to face and can bring him down straight from this position to the ground, down, and take him down. It's very unique and practical in that sense. So I think this Nikajyo, I want you to change, for Yoshinkan practitioners, I want you to shift your idea that technique can be very practical because most of Yoshinkan practitioners, from what I understand from my own experiences, see Nikajyo technique is very difficult simply because it doesn't work. Uke always can resist, okay? And it is fact that in Yoshinkan modern form, it allows Uke in most of the time to be regain the stronger position so that the Nikajyo cutting motion very difficult to work. That I understand that, okay? Okay, but anyway, let me explain the detailed points of how to apply Nikajyo in each attacks, okay? This is general instructions, so you may heard this idea from a lot of instructors, okay? Atatamochi, 45 degrees. From here, you basically move towards Uke's shoulder and raise both arms, placing your thumb under Uke's wrist and index finger, the rest of the four fingers above Uke's wrist, and then forward and pivot, break his grip. Place the Nikajyo hands position right on top of your front hand. From here, gradually you place your baby little fingers, ring fingers, and middle finger, and this is pretty much it. 1, 2, 3 to sort of locking. From here, you don't use rest of the grip power, resulting in creating a lot of conflict. 1, 2, 3. After that, you basically use the hands cutting motion from the armpit, elbow, wrist, and you make the most of your shuffling motion with your focus power to bring it down. Okay, avoiding too much squeezing power with the wrist, and you move to the side. As because the elbows start coming up, I'm turning it as because elbows start coming in. You slide gradually slide your wrist gripping hands towards Uke's elbow and take him down. Okay? This is Katamochi. Hijimochi, Katamochi is also different. Hijimochi is after this one. You place the inside of your elbow under Uke's gripping hands, which is in between index finger and thumb from here, and place your hands here. Okay? What you do next is slide your hands over Uke's hands to start affecting his body in Nikajyo. This is this hands just stay there. Don't squeeze too much. Okay? Slide. Okay? Except not with the hands, but by forwarding motion. Start affecting his body, and then from here, try to slide your elbow over Uke's wrist to the side. It's affecting his body already. And redirect your body direction towards Uke's shoulder and extend your arm over Uke's neck and move forward. And reconnect with Uke's gripping point, 10 hips, taking down. Nikajyo. And shoulder. This is about creating a connection with Uke's body through the contact points, okay? So apply atemi, place your hands softly, and this hand's going to be the target. All the rest of the body approaches towards your hands. One, and create a connection, and pivot, and make the connection even stronger by pivoting. From here, bring your hands, under towards Uke's elbow, and create the connection even stronger. From here, next target will be this one and this elbow. So instead of bringing this hands forward, your body approaches towards this, gripping hands with one, affecting his body, and towards this, your hands, and two. Okay, change the angle by turning your hips, change the angle and rotate this elbow. Yokomeluchi, shomeluchi, basically the same. So yokomeluchi, use your ikado, rotate your both wrists towards Uke's face, and turn your hips, and halfway through down, and then bring your thumb down. This is very important movements when it comes to a practical variation. Okay? And then from under, bring your hands towards your center and slide this elbow gripping hands together to lead him into Nikajyo position. Very important, you slide and under along with the body to make this position, Nikajyo position work. Okay? Again, the same thing. You graduate from three little fingers, 1, 2, 3, to lock him even more. From here, shuffling forward motion and extending your, elbow and wrist and armpit, elbow, wrist as he's so cutting and taking down. There. These are the basics of Yoshinkan form, but a lot of people having difficulties, feeling these controls because one reason is when the grip is, when the Nikajyo V-shaped position had, Shite made it happen, Uke regained his balance. So basically, he become free. So when all of a sudden, the Nikajyo cutting hands are applied, you basically can resist. Okay, so that's I think the common feeling of all Yoshinkan practitioners. For example, when after this one and 2, he becomes free, and try to apply Nikajyo. You create a lot of conflict as Shite, and then it doesn't work. That's one reason. Or sometimes Uke himself also and come back, escape to become a strong position, simply because you know what's coming. Okay, these are the two reasons this Nikajyo doesn't work. My understanding of Aikido, as soon as you connect with your partner, first contact, Shite should be focus on breaking his balance fully so that he cannot do much. And based on that situation, most of the techniques works, okay? If uke is not unbalanced and a strong position, most of the technique doesn't work. Therefore, I'm always trying to figure out how to maintain, losing your partner's balance, and based on that situation, you try to apply, control techniques such as Nikajyo, 3Kajyo, 4Kajyo. Okay, but most of the time, Nikajyo, uke tend to regain this balance because of the kata form. Okay, so in my dojo, in order to change the idea of what Nikajyo is about, I try to encourage my students to practice more freestyle Nikajyo practice, which is, for example, katatemochi, circular motion, and then it's like tapping someone's friend's shoulder like this, relaxing and pam 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 pam. It's already sort of power goes to his body rather than focusing on here as in basics, right? So pam pam pam, and then like this, from here up and go, up and go. So it's more effective, and then based on that, you just move forward. It's more likely to affect his body rather than more than basic Nikajyo. You can do the same thing with Aimachi and image is like gradually you extend your arm and then extend your power towards his shoulder. Right? Then you can feel that the power goes to gradually locking his wrist, elbow and shoulder and his body, like so. Okay. It's okay, if he didn't go down, that's fine. But as long as you're sort of affecting his body, that's what's more important. Okay? And I want you. Okay? You can also do katamochi. Basics are like this, but instead, 1, 2, move body goes to this wrist grabbing hands and to this shoulder affecting his body and down. So I encourage my students just easy up and try to bring your body to this wrist and this shoulder and affect his body like so. And you can do also like 2 hands like so. The techniques works much better than the basic. And then based on that feeling, oh, this works better, this works better, and then remember this feeling and use the same feeling with the katatemochi. Then the technique might work, okay? Instead of just focusing on the formality of kata, which is very difficult to make it work. So I try to let the students doing a more sort of not so strict form, but a more relaxing style. And then encourage the student this one. Okay, just place your hands, use the weight of your arm, and then try to form the good shape, and then bend your knees. Try to feel if it's affecting his body or not, and then, like this, like this. So I personally think that the Nikajyo, if you just keep practicing the basic form, too strong and all that, it makes it very difficult because people start competing with each other. Oh, technique doesn't work, or we can tend to resist, And of course, these difficulties come from the nature of this form of Nikajyo because from the way I see it, after we can break Uke's grip, we can recover his balance in a very good position. So, it's easier for Uke to escape or, fight against Shite's cutting motion. That is why a lot of Yoshinkan practitioners think that it's very difficult. But I want you to, again, see the real purposes of this technique. Don't let yourself get caught with a form too much. Okay, so I understand that in Aikikai, basically they use a lot of katamochi, and Shiora Kancho even mentioned this part that usually in Aikikai they use katamochi Nikajyo as a main, but Yoshinkan, because we want to learn how to create a concentration power through your basic kamae form, we practice with this Nikajyo. So from his comment, you can understand a lot of Yoshinkan kata is really emphasizing on the power created from the basic kamae form. Okay, and sometimes that makes technique even more difficult. in Yoshin, from what I understand, Nikajyo become a very, very difficult technique. Having said that though, I mean, I see that the beautiful part of Aikido Yoshinkan is the power come from the alignments of the body. You know, this is a very good focus, and I really think that the Shiora Kancho's approach is wonderful things. But again, for Nikajyo techniques, we have a lot of difficulties making technique work. So through this series, I would like to share with you some of the idea to be able to apply Nikajyo in a much easier way, and that you have more positive feeling, you know, with this technique. And when it comes to more basic techniques, when it comes to more self-defense aspect. Okay. So today is just I just wanted to share with you some of the ideas how I see Nikajyo and how, you know, what's the best way to practice this one. Okay. Thank you very much.